This is Earl Amin with the 2020 Foresight Podcast, where CEOs of small to global companies share their insights. It is 6 questions in 9 minutes because top CEOs know how to listen and be concise. So let's get to it. First of all, welcome. And in just a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Thank you, Earl, for having me on this today. My name is Denis Brunk. I'm the CEO and president of NextGen Ice Inc. We're based in Mesa, Arizona. We have equipment in 22 states. We provide ice equipment, which is we make the ice on site at the grocery store, for example. It automatically bags the 10-pound bag of ice and drops it into the merchandiser below where the customer grabs it.
Very good. Well, tell me, what's the best thing about being the CEO of an ice making company?
Building people. It's the joy I get from not only building the people, but affecting people and having them share that not only with our customers, but amongst themselves as team members. And that's something I strive for every day.
Very good. Well, you've been around for a while, so have I, and we've each heard from other CEOs that, leading a team and being able to see the road ahead can be a challenge. What are your thoughts?
Great question. So I coached high school football for 25 years as well, and some college. And what I found is prep every week. We always prep for the game. And then in the game, we prep for secondary stuff we have to have in our tool bag for the second half of the game. So even in the ice business, is I share with my team members is prepping for the future. We look at COVID. And I'm a big advocate for ordering extra bags because even though we're in the ice business, we're in the bag business. So I think of the catastrophe or the need, or we pick up a larger chain than we have right now. And therefore, I teach our teammates that I work with them, mentor, some guys call it. I call it team member because I'm learning every day. But that's the whole goal, is to prepare for that rainy day. COVID's a good example of that, where COVID hit and we were very well prepared because we had stockpiles of bags, for example. So
Outstanding. Well, in all of your experience, what piece of specific insight do you want to share with other CEOs?
Again, I'm going to go back to team building because I think everything is people, whether it's the customer or it's your team member. I use a philosophy that's called 60-40. I've been married for 31 years, and I can even attribute to my personal life. 60-40 is you give 60 in everything you do, and you only expect 40% back. And it's something that I mentor our people all the time about. It's funny because last Friday I had one of my team members was having a challenge at home, personal life issue. And I asked him, I see you use 60-40 in your work, where you give 60, you only expect 40% back from your colleague. Do you use that at home? No. Tears started falling. Rest is history. And it's funny, I got a text on Monday from that individual just thanking me for the old 60-40 reminder that I think that we leave that at the doorstep at work and don't bring it home sometimes. So I think that sounds kind of an easy thing to do, but in real life, Earl, it's not. And I really strive for the 60-40. Again, another football thing is with your teammates. It's kind of where I got it. So,
got it. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, throughout your career and even present day, what other successful CEOs, contemporaries of yours, successful like yourself, would you like to acknowledge or give a shout out to and should be on my podcast?
One of them off the top of my head would be a guy by the name of Gary Copperroot. I've known him 20 plus years. He's a CEO of a fast food chain in the Midwest. Another one would be Keith Burrows. Keith Burrows was a board member and electrical mechanical engineer for actually one of my big competitors in the ice business. Both stellar men, both I respect very well, and both mentor me. I call on them a lot. I called on Keith this morning So those two, and I can share their information with you.
Very good. Excellent. We received that. So now, Dennis, for the final question, how do you celebrate a win?
Wins. That's an important deal. We can go back to the football thing real easy, and we talk about wins because you can prepare till you're blue in the face, and the outside world just looks at the score at the end of the game, and it's the same in the business world. Is our stockholders and our board members care about the win. We could talk about the process, but the win, and that is something that, again, a give back deal. So we may accomplish X amount of pounds of ice that week that went out the grocery store or the home improvement center that we're in. And it starts with the people in the field. So it's funny because the sales guys who set up those accounts will go and compliment our techs that are in there preparing the equipment, talking to the customer every day. And so what we do is we do a monetary benefit to all the above. And it's nice because the individual, the male or female that's in the field that feels that I don't get that benefit of being in corporate and feeling that win, I just hear about it. Well, we do resonate that down to them. So they get to feel that part, and there's monetary and, of course, big kudos going out. We celebrate it. We do weekly calls. We have company weekly calls every Friday. Sometimes they go every other. State that for those who are going to watch this. Sometimes they go every other, and that's just during the ice season when we're swamped. But we always recognize individuals on our calls as well.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Dennis, it's been a real pleasure having you on. Tell me and tell everyone, how can people find you?
Absolutely. So www.nextgenice.com, and of course LinkedIn, Dennis, that's with one N, Denis, Brunk, Brunk, and be more than happy. I'm always learning and always happy to share with more people and continue to learn more myself.
Outstanding. This is Earl Amin with the 2024 Side Podcast. For more insights, go to LinkedIn and search for the Gray Owl Company. Dennis, great pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Earl, again for having me today.